has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. This is my time, faster than ever, hungry and I'm going to come back and take what is mine, bigger and better. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. In the saddle, cut to the chase. I ain't somebody who stays in one place. Ready to go, I'm coming to play. You better know I still got something to say. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. Never lay down, never pressure couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, cause you know
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to iRacing on LSRTV and the next round of what is the NC811 Call Before You Dig SIM500 Cup Series, Monday night, May 16th. We're ready to go here at the Kansas Speedway. Of course, it's going to be an exciting 130 laps. This practice is just about to wrap up, and we'll go into qualifying. We welcome you to coverage. I'm Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Mr. John Mustian Jr. up in Louisiana, or down in Louisiana. Charles Booten running the boards as always in the LSRTV production truck. And John, I'll let you know there is severe weather in my area, man. It's been raining cats and dogs all day, thunderstorms, wind, hail, lightning, and somehow, some way we're going to try it with some. Exactly. Normally Texas and Louisiana gets hit by the weather, so yeah.
Well, we got tired of bailing out our boats down here, so we figured we'd let you guys over on the East Coast play with the weather for a little while.
There's nothing wrong with that. We welcome you again to coverage here tonight as we get ready to here at the Kansas Speedway for the SIM500 Cup Series, or what as many people started calling here the last less than a month, the Daniel Falkingham Show. And John,
you ain't joking.
Could we see Daniel Falkingham just whip the dog again and take all these guys to school, or can somebody pull an upset?
Well, I don't know, man. I've been watching practice. First off, he didn't even show up until about 15 minutes ago. And he is not quite as fast as some of the other guys on track right now. And he's been having some issues getting around Kansas. Kansas is going to be tricky tonight, though, Wesley. You want to know why?
Why?
It's Kansas. I mean, this track is it's befuddling to those of us that aren't professional drivers. Your car, how do I explain this? This model, this next-gen car, it wants to go to the bottom, but if you try to go to the bottom with the car with this setup, your back end passes you up very quickly, which is never a good thing in racing. You want to try and keep your back end, behind you. The setup that I've found tonight, I did some laps with these guys earlier. It's tough to know where the car is going to perform the best at. I found myself driving it more with the throttle, and what I mean by that is usually your input to your steering wheel is combined with some throttle inputs to help you get the car through the turn. I found that really steering was not as effective as with throttle. Getting off the throttle maybe different, a little bit lighter, maybe get into it a little bit different area. So it's going to be an interesting race tonight, my friend.
Well, we have right now, as we get ready to give you the overall race information and, of course, the weather conditions, here is also something new. The keys to victory. Number 1 and number 2, beat Daniel Falkingham. Yes! And don't wreck. Great keys to victory. Probably the best ever I've ever seen.
For those that do not understand the joke, Falkingham almost won a race at Dover driving a car that had no business even moving. It was missing so many parts. You remember that one, Wesley?
That car had a missing front end. It looked like a modified. The damn rear end of the car was completely gone. The rear end of the car was gone. You could see the fuel cell. And somehow, some way, even after being crashed, he ran through the field, plowed them down like a mad lawnmower man, if you will, on a summer's day where it's two months of grass being cut. He plowed the field and just run them all the way down to fourth, battling for the podium for third before finally the checkered flag came out. And then he went on to win 2 in a row.
Yeah. The guy is just, it's like you said here, it's the Daniel Falkingham show. And that's not to detract from the rest of the drivers on track right now. There's some damn good drivers out there, Wesley. We got former professional NASCAR drivers out there, modified drivers out there, guys that still race weekly, you know, at the local tracks, the super late models and stuff like that. But this kid, he's got like a golden horseshoe stuck someplace uncomfortable on his body, I do believe.
Oh, wow. Weather conditions. 78 degrees.
Yeah.
Air temp, track temp at 104. The wind speed at 2 miles an hour. Oh, my goodness. The car just wrecked on the pit. He crashed into pit road.
And he pulled
Literally.
a Mark Martin. He pulled a Mark
Yeah,
Martin there.
partly cloudy conditions. All right, let's look at the race analysis for tonight.
Well,
race information is, we believe, 130 laps is the distance. 130 laps here tonight.
Yes, sir. 130 laps. We're looking at a fuel window of about 55 to 58 laps, somewhere in there. Tires won't be that big of an issue tonight. I only noticed about a second to a second and a half of drop off over 30 laps. So we're really looking at who can stay off the wall the most, because this car is going to, most of these guys are going to want to run up against the wall around the entire track and then maybe come down the inside on the tri-oval. But passing is going to be interesting to watch tonight, Wesley, as we start qualifying with Bentley Glazer on track now.
Bentley Glazer, the Bristol Dirt Race winner on the Speedway right now. The Mountain Dew Arctic Blast entry, Do the Do.
That makes me thirsty. 18
Chevrolet. Now, John, if I remember correctly, the SIM500 Esports League made a announcement and an admin bulletin to the rules last week, and I believe it's in regards to qualifying, where the top 40 will now lock in, and then basically if anybody else is behind 41st on back, they will run a 6-lap heat race or last chance qualifier to lock in those final 3 spots.
That's interesting. I'm wondering if that has something to do with the car count. Yeah. Well, that should make it interesting. How many we got on track tonight? I think at last count it was 41, huh? I can't tell.
Yeah, I think we got close to 41 cars, I believe it is. Yes, we'll see here. Qualifying for Bentley Glazer. And Glazer will go 368, 31.368. Got to pick it up here on lap 2.
Oh, look at that, man. E.J. O'Rourke comes back and says, oh, yeah, try this 21 on for size, buddy. We're going to see low 31s throughout the field of qualifying. I would be surprised if we don't see at least one guy crack 31 flat.
And, of course, this is the first of our doubleheader Monday night coverage. Bentley Glazer now wrapping up qualifying lap. He'll set the bar, 31. Well, actually, I think he just got bumped to second now.
Fuller. Nope, Fuller's up there now, 31.11.
Yeah, man.
We're getting close
he just jumped up to third. Justin Fuller just turned to 31.11, 31.11. Here comes Chad Coleman. A couple of wins this year for the driver of the tap-out turning entry, Chevrolet. Here he comes across the start-finish line. And as I said, this is the first of our doubleheader Monday coverage. Of course, as Memorial Day is on the approach, we have tonight here at Kansas. Tonight as well, when we wrap this one up, we've got the Northwest Racing Series Cup cars at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Brian Macklin, Daytona winner up now. The Toyota Camry number 30, Trans Service Toyota on the racetrack now, John.
Yes, sir. Brian's, he was looking really fast in practice. I'm looking forward to watching his qualifying lap. You know, you're talking about folks who have multiple wins. Actually, the only 2 drivers right now in SIM500 Monday night series with more than 1 win are Falkingham with 3 and Chad Coleman with 2. The rest of them been spread out between Daly, Brown, Glazer, guys like that. But yeah, your multiple win winners are kind of few and far between right now.
Here comes now Macklin's car up the racetrack, working now across the start-finish line off of turn number 4.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. Oh.
31, 498. Where's he at? Good enough for the top 20. Wow, you thought that was going to be a good lap there, John.
I did. I really thought it was going to be a good lap the way he came off before right there, but maybe Oh, but look who's on track. Look out.
Here comes the January 31st Chevrolet Camaro number 39. Daniel Falkingham. He's on the clock now. What will he do? Right in the top of the racetrack, John.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting approach. I mean, I didn't get out there and run hot laps, so I don't know what the best way to qualify around this track would, but I would have assumed it would have been a little bit lower than that. But we'll see.
In under a minute. In under a minute of qualifying time left to go. Here comes Falkingham through the tri-oval. Does he got time for one more lap? Here he comes, 32:41. Where is he at?
Wow, that's his first lap.
13th.
That puts him 13th. But look at that. Macklin came back and ran a 31:10 for the pole right now on his second lap. So he set the bar. Oh, look at that wiggle out of Falkingham. He loses on his second lap. That's going to do it for him. Oh, wow.
Well, that just goes to show you Falkingham ain't the best.
Not here at
Even
Kansas,
the best
man.
of the best have problems right there. Falkingham, who is, I've said, put a bounty on, struggles. He's going to be mid-pack or at least in the top 20 when we go racing here. Here's Justin Mons in the 49.
Yeah, he didn't even get a lap in. That's a good-looking race car. He's got a new sponsor on that car, too. So it looks like Macklin comes back with the pole there. I wish we'd have stayed on him then, man.
I don't think they're going to run a last chance race. I don't think we're going to see. We're going straight to the feature race. So, hey, we're going into a quick warm-up. That'll let us step away real quickly. And we'll come back for the lineup and racing next here at Kansas.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outland, and for the second year in a row, the Community Radio Network is excited to also be the voice of iRacing on LSRTV every Monday and Thursday night with the Northwest Racing Series for Cup and Truck. Join yours truly, Justin Prince and Samuel Dyer, every week as they race towards a championship. We're also on the radio in the Triangle in the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area at 87.5 WCRN and anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. Click play. Check out the coverage, the power of radio to the imagination of the listener, esports style. We are the Community Radio Network, the voice of iRacing on LSR TV. Check it out when you can, and replays are always up too.
Hey, you see me, now you hear me. I'm Wesley Outland. Welcome back to coverage here in Kansas. We've got John Muschin alongside, and we are ready to go with the starting lineup here tonight at Kansas
Motor Speedway.
Daytona winner Brian Macklin. He's on the pole in the number 30 to the outside. Justin Fuller in 51. Row number 2, we'll find Trey Edson in the 7. Tommy Ryan in 99. Row 3 on the grid at Kansas, Jose Gonzalez. Taco Tuesday tomorrow for the Macho Taco, and Jimmy Coleman in 54. Row 4, we'll find Bentley Glazier, Bristol Dirt winner to the inside outside. 13, David Comstock. Row number 5, Mike Kelly in the 2. EJ O'Rourke in 41. Row number 6, we'll find Doy Woods in 28, Kevin Brown in 93. Row 7 on the grid, Daniel Falkingham, somebody stop this guy, 39. Tyler Dalton in 19. Row 8, we'll find Jeff Ryan in the 3, Bobby Wetzel in the 9. Row number 9, Elliot Henderson and John Fowler. And to round out your top 20 midway through the field, Scott Stensel, Scott Simley, and John gives you the rest of the lineup.
In row 11, inside, Chad Coleman in 38 car. To his outside, Robert Fieri III in a 77. Row 12, Ron Holyfield in the 1 car. To his outside, Gerald Livingston. We'll keep an eye on Gerald tonight for a better internet connection. We hope. Nelson Rivera in the 22. To his outside, Jose Funky Cole Medina in the 24. Row 14, we're going to find Byron Daly in the 06. And to his outside, Joey Jatina in that 14 car. Row 15, Richard Beasley on the inside. Josh Parker to his outside, former esports driver right there, Coke Series. Justin Mons, row 16 inside in the 49 car, to his outside, Charles Woods in the 40. Row 17 sees Eric Arnold in the 31 car, to his outside, Anthony Incalantoni in the 84 car. Row 18 is Randy Yoakum in the 8, to his outside, Kevin England in the 127. And bringing up shotgun on the field would be Doug Sigmund and Eric Arnold. Doug is on track, but I don't see Eric Arnold out there right now, and we're going green at Wesley.
Green flag in the air. We're racing at Kansas Speedway, 130 laps. If all goes well, it should be a quick race. Could be narrowed down to only 2 pit stops for the setup. And quickly, Macklin, we got one up in the wall. Fuller in trouble, the leader's in trouble. Macklin drives down to the bottom of the apron, saves the car off the inside, safer wall barrier. The caution is out, 360s and more. Give him a 10, a perfect 10. John kept it off the wall.
No, man, I'm going with a 9 on that. He could have done one more
He
pirouette.
kept it off the wall.
Oh, one more pirouette would have been great. But I tell you what,
our producer says a 7. He brought out the caution flag.
But I tell you what, Wesley, I called this though. I told you the setup is so wonky that these guys here at
Did you just say wonky or honky?
Wonky, W.
Okay.
It's just a weird setup, man. This car, with the old Gen 6 car, you really wanted to run the outside, but you could get down to the inside if you needed to pass somebody, if your car could handle it, right? But with this setup that iRacing came out with, that these guys are going to be running tonight, man, you have got to come off that turn perfectly, or, well, you just saw what happened to Macklin, and to his outside, the outside pole sitter got into the wall right before he spun. So we've already seen Fuller brush the wall and maybe damage his car a little bit as he ducks down on pit road. I'm telling you, this race tonight is going to be an eye-opener, I think, for a lot of these guys. And maybe even Falkenham, Wesley. I mean, he's got to now fight through 12, 13 cars to get up front, and he's got to do it on this tricky track.
Yeah, that's a tough break there, man. And Fuller hitting the wall. We got to check and see if there's any type of serious damage on the 51 of Fuller's cars. By the way, he is on the pit lane right now for service. He's got to have some kind of damage. You're on board with Trey Edson, the leader. The man's leading the race. We're waving at you, Trey. We're waving at you, brother.
Hey, we should start doing some caution flag interviews, shouldn't we? And maybe pull somebody in.
I think that's something that Charles, our producer, is working on.
Okay.
In the future. I think he's trying to find a way to sync the video up so it's not in delay. But yeah.
We gotta get Charles a time traveling crystal. That's what we gotta do.
We might have a way in the future where we might be able to talk to these guys whenever it's kind of this way as well.
So Wesley, I have a question for you, my friend.
Yeah, look at your time. Hey, buddy, it's 9:07 Eastern time. I don't know where you live at, Trey, but yeah, it's still a long way to go. Go ahead, John.
Have you recovered from that majors race, man?
Oh, my goodness, brother. Was that a privilege and an honor? And, yeah, I'm surprised I still have a voice left after last night, man. Holy cow. I was getting raspy down there at the home stretch, but it held out till the end. But what an awesome race that was for the Major Series. Jay Shalenton picking up the win. You know, that Richardson DeLoach taking each other out with 17 to go, battling for the lead. I mean, you know, I'm sorry, a little biased here. iRacing posted somebody else's finish. Didn't really care for that. I thought ours should have been in the nominee to show as a highlight because, honestly, I thought our race was one awesome storyline to the finish.
So our producer has put the kibosh on that conversation, but yeah, I agree with you, Wesley. You guys did a fantastic job last night, and that was an interesting. I mean, I did not get bored in that race at all, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually, Indy bores me. But it was not. It was not. I did not take a nap. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, we're going back to green.
you know, and John, that's something that I said to our entire crew with Samuel Dyer, Justin Prince, and our producers in the background. I was like, you know, normally Indy is one of those races where it gets kind of strung out.
Yeah.
You might think it starts to become a snooze fest, if you will. That just wasn't the case last night. I recommend everybody once you get done checking out this race live tonight at Kansas, check out the replay. As always, it's up on the Indy 500 for the American Sportsman. The Major Series is back here on LSRTV Sunday night, June 6th. And that, of course, will be the race that will be the Le Mans, 2.4 hours of Le Mans. We're back to green here at Kansas, and Edson is the leader. Ryan in second, Gonzalez third, and amongst the way, John will do a little Daniel Falkenham search. He's up to 10th.
He's at the 10th already. We already see some guys trying the low line here, Wesley, which he does a little surprising. Like I said, I didn't see a lot of guys doing that in practice too much, trying to make that low line work. But as you can see here, most of the cars are up high, where this car just seems to feel a little bit better, a little bit more secure as it travels through the turn.
Up the racetrack into turn number 3 and 4, it's Trey Edson, the leader. Ryan in the number 2 spot, Gonzalez third. They work through the triangle now, back to start finish. There you see DeBrown right in front of the machine of Falkenham. Behind him is also going to be Henderson. Henderson wants to try to have himself a good solid run here tonight at Kansas. He's had some pretty bad luck here in the SIM500 events the last couple of weeks as they work their way to the back straightaway. The American Ethanol back straightaway. Here comes Falkenham trying to go for 2 for 1, maybe 3 for 1 on the outside as he clears by DeBrown. He's going, of course, after Kelly and Glazier possibly. Couldn't get there out of turn 4.
No, sir. Down low, it's so hard to pass here. You've got the way this setup feels, man. If you don't get through that low line perfectly, and it's a combination of steering wheel input, throttle input, getting off the throttle, back on the throttle, it's so hard to complete that pass as we're seeing right now. And you add to the fact that, you know, DeBrown's up there in the draft with the 2 car. He's able to draft back up. And now you see Glazier drop down low right in front of Falkenham. We'll see if they can't get a little bit of drafting help with each other to maybe pass some cars here. Oh, a little bump up there. Who was that? O'Rourke got into the back of Ryan. We got caution on track. Somebody spinning down through, and look who it is. Weren't you just talking about him?
I was. Holy cow, man. That jinx Henderson. I was talking about wanting to have a decent run here, and now he has problems.
No, that's Stenzel in the 42.
No, that's Fowler. That's Fowler.
Fowler?
That's Fowler.
Okay, yeah, the number is a little. It's
That's
a little
John
digitally...
Fowler's car. Yeah, John Fowler.
Sorry
going
about
around.
That.
Pokes Poppers Instant Replay. Hey, by the way, if you're interested and want to be a sponsor of the overlays or the starting lineup, the weather conditions, the race information calendar, and more, Robert Ferrari III goes in the grass as well.
Yeah, they had a little contact those two did coming off of turn 4. Looked like Ferrari washed up into that of John Fowler, which is really unfortunate. And back to what Wesley was just saying, folks. Actually, Wesley, why don't you repeat it?
I was just going to say that if you're interested in wanting to be an overlay sponsor or a grid sponsor, the weather conditions or the race summary, the keys to victory, the aerial coverage, if you're looking to be a partner with LSRTV, we're taking new partners. And partners are sponsors, but we don't call you a sponsor. We call you a partner. Message us on Facebook at LSRTV.
Because we're in this together.
And by the way, there is a new series coming to LSRTV. However, it has been postponed until 2023. Racing at 9 p.m. Central Time, we believe, when the series starts. Join the LSRTV Discord for information for it to return in 2023. Boy, did I ruin that, John.
And there we see Trey Edson out front of Tommy Ryan, still riding around under caution right now. Hey, the pace car finally decided to show up and do its job. Welcome to the party there, buddy.
Everybody's late. Everybody's hungover from the Indy 500
I'm
yesterday.
saying, that's what it is, man. You're like, we really don't want to be here tonight. But,
yeah, we appreciate
we got 5
you.
people on YouTube right now. Hello to you 5 that are out there. Wait, am I one of the 4?
You don't unveil the people that are on the broadcast. You don't give out numbers. Come on. It is public knowledge. Hello,
I'm about
everybody.
to say, it's not hard to figure out.
Hello to the Cinco Faminos.
I think I'm one of them, so hi to me.
Well, Quattro. Hello, Quattro. Well, hopefully the archives will come up and the replays will build, and of course we'll get more listeners as more viewers as the race goes on. Yeah. 10 laps completed here in Kansas. We've already had 2 yellow flags.
And both a caution, both a result of things that I kind of expected to see tonight. When you're trying to pass somebody on the inside, you really want that pass to be done about the 3/4 way through the turn, especially turn 3, turn 4, because that car is going up to the wall. Whether there's somebody out there to stop you or not, your car is going to do a nice little 4-wheel drift, or you have to put a lot of wheel into it to avoid that. And unfortunately, when you put that much left turn wheel into that car, it just loosens it up that much more. So I don't think that's going to be the last time we see that tonight, Wesley. I really don't.
We'll try this again after the second caution flag of the race. They're going to work their way back to the white retaining wall restart zone. And we're back underway. The white retaining wall restart zone, because I don't see Geico anywhere, Joe.
Okay.
He's like, what the hell is he just talking about?
Oh, look out. We got another one spinning.
No, that's Henderson.
That's
Henderson. Henderson,
he kept it off the
37.
wall, though. He did.
Woo!
But now we're 3 wide through 3 and 4 again. That's not a situation that's fun to be in. And we got contact between, I don't know who, was it O'Rourke?
That's Stitzel in the grass. That's Stitzel in the grass. Henderson still sideways, dirt tracks through the tri-oval.
My goodness.
And they still save it together. Boy, he just went all the way from at least the top 10 now, John, all the way to about the top 25 or 30.
Somewhere back there. And I'll tell you what, this car is already such a handful, but there are just so many spots on this track when the car hits that bump. I'm telling you, the fact that we haven't had a caution every lap is impressive to me. And we see some of the best out there, Wesley, but this car and this track are just, they're a combination that are going to be fun to watch. Oh, look at O'Rourke right up on the back bump of Edson. Hey, man, I'm here. I'm coming for you.
Trey Edson is the man that's leading the Personal Comfort Chevrolet. He's got E.J. O'Rourke behind him. There is on board with the number 41 as they work their way off of turn number 4 back through the tri-oval. This is from the back camera of O'Rourke's car. And John, here comes Ryan, Kelly, and Brown coming after him. Oh, Daniel Falkingham, John, up to 6th.
Slowly making his way forward, doing what he does best. Just, making the best out of a difficult qualifying position that he found himself in. 13th is not a typical Daniel Falkingham qualifying result. We've seen him qualify usually in the top 5. Tonight, I guess he was bored. That's what he wanted to see what he could do with a outside the top 10 start.
Producer Charles, what were you trying to tell us earlier if you lost track? Want to also give a shout out to the great folks with Call 811 and the Safe Digging Sports Facebook page. Safe Digging Sports on Facebook. Everything involving the esports, the real sports. That is involvement with the NC 811 Call Before You Dig. Shout out to their Facebook page. And of course, we appreciate them for sharing our coverage.
Joey Woods out there trying to make something happen. Oh, wow. There's Mike Kelly in the NC 811 sponsored Ford Mustang right here, riding around in 4th. He's got Falkingham trying to take that spot away from him. Falkingham down on the inside in that January 31st car.
There's that Chevrolet working down to the number 5 position, trying to run down Kelly and Ryan, a 2-for-1 special again. And John, also, as we watch Daniel Falkingham climb to the front, Kevin DeBrown is right there behind him in that 93 Ford.
Yes, he is. Kevin's not somebody to write off either. Kevin's been strong week after week. He's just had a lot of unfortunate incidents on track that have kept him from more than 1 win. I believe he's got 1 on the season, does he not? Yes, he does. He does have a win on the season. So Kevin's, like I said, he's had a strong car all week. He's just, it's putting the whole package together. Qualifying, running the race, keeping the car in one piece, and then finishing the race. He's, he's been caught up in incidences both of his making and not of his making. So we'll see what he can do tonight. But he's looking real strong right now, trying to follow in the tracks of Falkingham as Falkingham once again dives down to the inside of 3 and 4, trying to make the pass on Mike Kelly and Tommy Ryan at the same time. I don't think it's going to happen.
Across the start-finish line. Falkingham on board, but look at Kelly weasel by there. Move him down to 4th. Falkingham. He had a shot at him. Kelly says no. And that Mustang powers away, John, from Daniel from his right visor front view as he goes to turn 3.
Yeah, he had to let up off the gas just a little bit there so he didn't get up into the wall after trying to make that pass down the inside. As we ride along now over the shoulder look, as we look down to the dashboard sort of to see the kind of RPMs he's turning there. He's up in 5th gear. Look at that, man. He's hitting the chip already going down the front stretch. Wow.
Hear him hitting the chip, revving it in there, going into turn number 2 to the back straightaway. Here comes Comstock. He's under attack now by Coleman. Another driver that's got multi-wins this year, the Tap Out Tuning Chevrolet. Battling the Monster Energy Chevrolet.
Ooh, is he going to clear him? No, not right now.
Not yet.
Nope. Now, here's the thing. You know, you want to enter one a little bit higher than where he's at right now, but he can't go higher because, you know, he's got Comstock out there to his outside, but it looks like he's going to be able to clear Comstock now and slide up to the front of him just like that. And Falkingham still trying. Meantime, DeBrown takes advantage of Falkingham not being able to advance any further, and he's going to squeeze up into that spot that Falkingham was in right there. Oh, look at this. Man, what a fight. What a fight.
DeBrown trying to get in there with Kelly and Falkingham for that number 4 position for 5th and 6th as well. And now here comes Coleman now. We just mentioned a moment ago, he was up there with Comstock battling. Now he's in this mix, and here's the longest green flag run of the race so far, John. We're probably about 8, I'd say 10 laps green flag now. Green flag.
Yeah, it's about 12 laps. We went, somewhere in there, 10, 12 laps. And I don't think we should talk about that too much, because we don't want the jinx to happen again.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow. Look at Falkingham squeeze up between Kelly and DeBrown right there. There was not a whole lot of room there. That's definitely clearing yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's Rivera, Wetzel also going at it for position. This is going on with Beasley and, well, that's in the top 15.
Beasley driving that throwback to Ricky Rudd.
Yeah, remember, John, they had that throwback at Darlington last week, and I guess he's decided he wants to keep that car for this week at Kansas.
Yeah, it's a good-looking car. I liked Ricky Rudd's era at the Yates facility, man. He had some great fast cars, and it was always fun to watch Rooster when he was driving a 28, man.
Rooster, the driver out of Chesapeake, Virginia, Mr. Ricky Rudd.
Yeah, I met him a few times up in Richmond when they would come to the track up there. I used to live about 10 minutes from Richmond International Raceway, and I got to spend some time around Ricky and his family, and really cool dude, man. Really cool dude.
Yeah, the native out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Now, by the way, Falkingham is up to 4th, looking more. He's after now the personal comfort number 41 Chevrolet of O'Rourke. This is for 3rd as they work back out of turn 4.
Down through the tri over here. I would like to see how he makes this pass. It's too bad we weren't looking at him when he passed up Kelly, because I would really like to see if he actually made the pass on the inside. Some things I saw earlier in the week with other cars racing this car was making a pass by sucking right up to the back end as they enter the turn, but not going all the way to the inside, just going down a lane lower and getting on that right rear corner, that left rear quarter panel, excuse me, the car they're trying to pass. And they would make the pass that way by kind of like a side draft almost. Here we go. Here's how it happened. Here's the pass he made.
Asking you shall receive, John. Look at this.
That's
This is how he got it done.
So Kelly tried to pass O'Rourke for 41, and Falkingham took advantage of that. Kind of like what we saw at DeBrown a few laps ago when Falkingham was trying to pass Kelly on the inside. He just moved up into the spot that Kelly vacated when he went down low. And that's one way to get it done, I guess, right, Wesley?
No doubt about it. Whatever it takes, if you will. One tough customer getting it done. Here comes now DeBrown and Kelly working their way now off of turn number 4. Comstock behind him. Coleman in front of them. We're closing in on 30 laps completed here in round number 11 of the NC81 Call Before You Dig SIM500 Cup Series. Monday night, don't forget the Northwest Cup boys, they're in action later from Charlotte. Justin Prince and myself on the call on iRacing on LSRTV and the Community Radio Network. That is around 11:15 Eastern Time tonight. This is Comstock, John. You're on board with him. He's in the red in the RPMs. As you mentioned, they're hitting the chip as they dive in the corners.
Yes, sir. And I tell you what, that means you're getting everything you can out of this car. You are at max speed going into the turn. That's what you want. You want this. You want to hear or at least see your RPMs going to red. That means you're getting everything you can as far as speed out of the car. So you're doing that part right. Wow, look at how much his nose is slewing right there, yawing left and right. That's not a good feeling with this car. It's really not. Man. So we are at lap 31. We went back to green on what was it, lap 12, Wesley. So during my, we'll call it research on this, almost some contact right there between the 38 of
You be
Coleman
jinxing us, John. You be jinxing us.
and O'Rourke. Well, no, what I was going to say is we should be looking for some green flag. Normally, we would be looking for green flag pit stops around, say, lap 54 to lap 58, somewhere in that neighborhood, right? But with those 2 cautions earlier, I imagine we could probably go about lap 60 or 62 on fuel if we stay green this far, this far into it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Obviously, with the caution coming out, that actually allows you to save fuel by at least probably 5 to 7 laps.
Yeah.
So if you dock on another 6 to 7 laps from the fuel window, 65, I think we'll probably start seeing pit stops happen. Green flag pit stops, unless we do get a caution flag, as we are, by the way, under 100 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. Rivera and Mons, Glazier, the Bristol Dirt winner, that goes on for position. That is for positions 12th, 13th, and 14th. And now Wetzel under attack with some cars. Big clobber in traffic. Macklin reels him in, the Daytona winner. Here comes also Calantoni off turn 2.
Macklin, our pollster, don't forget, he's the guy who was starting this race up front on lap 1, spun out down to the inside of the track on the backstretch. No damage to the car. He did, however, have to start from the back of the field, has worked his way back up inside the top 20 right here. He's doing it out. Wetzel and Calantoni running back, trying to hold that spot and move forward. It's been great watching him move up to the pit level within the server, watching this go down. He's been doing really smart passes like that right there. He just goes down, hits the inside of Wetzel, gets around him, and moves one more spot up.
34 of 130 laps. We've had 2 caution flags that plagued the start of this race, at least the opening 15 laps. Since then, a good green flag run. And obviously, it looks like as well, John, the handling of these cars are starting to come to the liking of the drivers too.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't run a full race in the A car because if we're being honest, I can't drive this car, Wesley. I can't. But in honor of researching for this broadcast, I did do a lot of laps that I could. And I did notice that if you take care of the tires, and you're still going to be fighting an ill-handling race car for the first 10, 15, 20 laps, but it starts to kind of plateau right around the middle of the run, and then it gets to a point where you're comfortable with the car. Does that make sense? You're comfortable with the way that the car, oh, look at this. As I say that, big wiggle out of Tommy Ryan off the exit too.
I got to use your word. Things are getting spicy.
Spicy. It's getting so spicy.
They're getting spicy out there.
Leave him alone.
Dude, what?
He's trying. He's trying. Wow, look at this. Kelly going after O'Rourke right here to the tri-oval, Wesley. That's a bit of, those two have been contending for that spot for several laps now.
And look at O'Rourke up the racetrack, battling now with Kelly. Kelly's got a good run going for him as well. But John, Daniel Falkenham up to 3rd. Another
your
alert.
News thing, you need to fix that, man. Okay.
We can't afford the teleprompter.
I thought you were peeing on your microphone or something, and I didn't know what was going on. Right? But if you look ahead, wait, real quick, look ahead of these guys. Go back up to Edson up front if you can. Look out the windshield of Edson. I think they're coming up on lap traffic.
Listen to the cameraman telling you what to do.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think. Okay, well, maybe that wasn't the traffic. What was I looking at? I thought they had lap traffic coming up, man. I really did. Maybe I was just. Yeah, I'm not going to take any more cameras tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's hashtag fake news.
Fake news.
Here we go, side by side. Kelly and O'Rourke going at it though, door to door into turn number 4.
Had to get out of the gas right
or
there.
turn 2, actually.
He felt that car starting to wash up. He didn't want to get into the side of O'Rourke right there, so he got off the gas just a little bit. Just let the car settle in and make that turn. And that is, that's something I gotta say this, man. This is going to be a little bit of a rant of mine, but to any of you guys that are out there watching this that want to get into iRacing or already into iRacing, but you're new at it, when you feel your car start to slide up the track, even though you're turning left, get out of the gas. That way you won't run over the guy to your outside.
And sometimes you can go fast. You can go slow to go fast, right?
That's right. Look at O'Rourke wiggling right there on the exit of that turn.
Yeah, go slow to go fast.
That's it. And boy, he bottlenecks everybody right there when he comes back up in front of the Brown. That's going to allow the 81 car of Parker, Josh Parker, coming from the back to the front here. Parker has come up 23 spots, Wesley, in lap.
O'Rourke bouncing off the wall. That was E.J. O'Rourke. Humming to save it. I give that a 5.
Stay green for that.
He drives through the infield grass. Hey, man, you're messing up the lawn.
Yes, he is. And, that's the one thing he should be really glad this is a sim about, okay? The fact that this is a sim. If this were real life, he'd have to come to the pits right now to clear that grill off because it was covered in grass. We saw that a couple of times in practice this weekend on the real cars. I see smoke. Somebody else is loose somewhere. The 51 car? Fuller? Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, going to the grass like that, you end up with grass just covering up the front of the grill, which causes the car to overheat. And look at this, Frieri to the inside of Jeff Ryan. Little bit of contact, not much, but he's washing up the track here. He's got to get out of the gas. Ryan touches the wall. He's got Yoakum in the 8 car right behind him, Wesley.
Edson now in that car, working back up the racetrack into turn number 3. As the leader, there goes the number 3 machine of Ryan. This is inside the top 20, if you will, 25. Ferrari's now up there in that mix. Here we go.
Oh, he's in the wall. Yoakum's in the wall a little bit.
Yoakum in the wall. Yoakum in the wall. It opens the door for Ferrari. Tries to clear him. Back straightaway. This is in the back of the pack. For people that say we don't never give any love to people in the back, here's your love.
Here's your love. Oh. Cloaking device engaged. Cloaking device engaged. All righty, back up front, we've got DeBrown trying to fight off the 13 of Comstock. That's for 7th and 8th right there. A little wiggle.
Byron Daly right behind him also, John. And remember, those drivers of Falkingham are 1 and 2 in the championship.
That's right, Daly and Falkingham. I think Daly's got a 21-point deficit to overcome to Falkingham, who's just a couple spots ahead of him right there.
45 of 130 laps here. Edson the leader, Ryan is 2nd, Falkingham 3rd, Coleman 4th, Kelly 5th, Parker 6th, and it's DeBrown.
Wow.
And Comstock just got bypassed by Byron Daly on a slide job, and he said, slide job! He just said, I can't take this anymore. He got by him.
Oh, wow. I keep telling Joey, we got to penalize Falkingham at least one lap
per second.
This thing. Put him a lap down and start him in the back of the field. That's about the only chance these guys will ever have.
Yeah, that was Morse code. We went from a sprinkler to the ghetto
Morse code,
talent, because we can't afford a teleprompter noise. So now Morse code to let you know he's reeling in the top 3.
Oh, Wesley, you know what, man? You make this so entertaining for me. You really do, buddy. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Oh, look at this. Working over Tommy Ryan now. Ryan into the wall and a little bit of contact between the two cars.
Whoa.
On exit of 2 right there. Did you see that?
This for a second. This for a second. He got
Yes,
it.
it is. And he didn't even get, I don't even think Falkenham got out of the gas right there.
And he's got about 1 second to run down. There's the car coming across the start-finish line. Trey Edson. I know he's on board with us on our camera. I got to wonder, John, if he's looking in his rear-view mirror right now and saying, oh, darn.
He might ought to be. He might ought to be. I mean,
This is from the rear view.
if I'm Edson right now, man.
Look at that poise and posture. He's serious there, John.
Yeah, he's got his game face on right there. Look at that. Is that a futon next to him?
It looks like he's doing laundry.
Okay. Look at the wheel work. Look at his hands as he's working the wheel right there.
Very poised. Oh, yeah, look right there. You see where he just glanced and looked? He looked at telemetry up on his monitor, and then he looked to the right, and I think he checked his rear view mirror.
And
there
who's
he
that
is.
just passed up coming out of the pits?
And yeah, we're talking about you, buddy. Put a smile on your face. You can't catch me.
All right, so we've had 2 cars duck down pit road. Gonzalez and Medina came in on lap 45 and 46, respectively. So it's, I guess, the start of green flag pit stops, maybe. I don't know.
John, he has opened up his lead to almost 1.5 seconds now on Falkenham. He's turning on the afterburners.
Yeah, I think he looked up at his mirror there, and he looked at his F3 and said, I guess I should start driving this thing now. His last lap time was a 32.26. Falkenham was 32.37, so he's got about a 10th. Now, this time by, they were both the exact same pace. Both of them laid down at 32.3. So they've each lost about a second in time on the tires that they're running. That's the 24 car of Medina right there. He's a lap down, but he's got fresh tires, so he'll be able to pass the 7 car pretty quickly right there. And Edson's not even going to fight it. He's going to let him go on and go. Lap 51 of 130.
Kelly.
Pit
Kelly's
stop.
pitting. The Brown's pitting. Green flag pit stops.
Ooh,
wow. Hey, I think he got busted for speeding, John. But I'll tell you, they called my bluff. I was thinking around 60 or 65.
So was I.
Wow.
Because, I mean, with all the yellow flag pit stops, I really thought they could have gone that far. But look at the damage on the Brown's car on that right side. And he slides through his pit stop. Wow.
Ooh. Beat Falkenham. Stay out of trouble. And don't get pit road penalties.
That's it. Yes, stay off the wall. Don't speed. Let's see if he gets out. Nope, they got it. Yep, he got a penalty. Oh,
They busted him. I knew
that
they did.
hurts, man.
That's a penalty for speeding on pit road entrance.
Oh, that hurts
In the
a lot.
second sector, I believe, for the car number 93.
Yes, sir, and that's a 40-second pit penalty. So he's going to be over a lap and a half down.
And you can't get mad and flip off the NASCAR official and drive off and try to run him over. You got to stand there and take it. I'm just saying, John, I've been to races where they literally have...
Oh, I know exactly the driver you're talking about, too.
Hello.
Oh. Yeah, I'm about to say anybody that watches NASCAR knows. And I'm still looking at...
And then he goes on the racetrack again, and he flips him off on the broadcast camera, and NASCAR says, okay, well, we'll penalize you again.
Yep. I tell you what, man, love him or hate him, he brings something to the sport that we desperately need, and that's entertainment.
And how about Kurt? Crybaby.
Kurt winning this weekend was amazing. It really was.
How about Kurt Busch yesterday winning, man? Yeah. I got my love for 2311 racing, especially for Kurt Busch. Michael Jordan had to be happy, and I think that win, of course, it was his 34th career win. Exactly. His 34th career win. But I will just tell you this, though, John. I think he just solidified himself into, the last 19 years he's won at least one race in his career.
Yep.
And in addition to that, driving for like 4 or 5 different race teams. And in addition, I think he just put himself in a position where he's probably going to be at 2311 for a lot of years to come.
And, you know,
Don't know
I
about
want
the
to
other guy.
touch on what Dale
Don't know
Jr.
about
said.
the other guy, but at least Kurt Busch is going to stay there, I think.
Yeah, I want to touch on something that Dale Jr. said yesterday after the race. Wherever Kurt goes, he makes that team better. And that's a fact. You look at all the teams that he's been to over the years. I think 7 different teams. He's won races with 5 of them, so something like that. I mean, it's crazy.
In the last 19 years, this is an awesome stat. In the last 19 years, he has won at least 1 Cup win or more with 5 different race teams in his career.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I mean, and you know, say what you want about the guy and his attitude when he first started. We all know he was notorious for rants, just like his brother. They had tempers, they both do. But over the years, he's matured, and like I said, everywhere he goes, he's like Midas. Every team he touches turns to gold, man. But anyway, yeah, great win for him. But man, look at this lead that Edson has really stretched out over Falkham. It's over 2 seconds now.
And guess what? We're also closing in on halfway here in another, 8 laps, not 10.
Yes, sir.
8 laps, yeah.
Yeah, 8 laps. Something like that. Yeah.
PRD entry Punisher number 54, working his way around the racetrack.
Jimmy Coleman.
Yes.
Jimmy's having a good run tonight. Top 10 so far. Knock on wood for him.
And remember, they are not relations. They're
No,
not
they're
related
not.
to
They're not
Chad
related at all.
Coleman.
John Fowler has officially retired from the race, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. We do have a retiree. That'd be the 48 car of John Fowler. We saw him in trouble early in this race.
No, Charles, I said they're not relations, you pervert.
Oh, Coleman into the wall.
Whoa. Oh, no.
A little brush with the wall there, but it was enough to kill his momentum coming off of turn 2, going into 3 and 4 right here. So that's going to let the 22 car of Rivera get around him for 9.
You know what, John? I just give up. I give up talking about people. Every time you try to give them some props and give them love, they hit the wall, they crash, they spin, they slide.
Look at Yoakum. Wow, he was loose. My goodness. And we weren't talking about Yoakum, so that one's not on us.
Oh, here comes the Flamer 96 of Livingston on the pit lane.
Yes, sir. We are starting to see these guys trickle in now, about when we thought we would. I mean,
we thought there'd be, oh man, look at Joey Jatina's car all tore up on the passenger side. Wow.
I love you, Joey, but that's what happens when you go with a different painter.
Joey's having a bad year this year. I mean, you know, normally when I talk to him, he normally does fairly well, at least wins a couple of races. Johnny has no wins this year. He's barely finished in the top 10.
He's spent a lot of
things
time
around here.
He's spent a lot of time as the SIM500 pinball. You know, he finds himself into. I think Falkham's on pit road. Yes, Daniel Falkham, lap 62 on pit road.
Talking him on pit road.
You've got an obsession. You understand that, right?
Yes.
I'm just going to throw that out there. But as I was saying, Joey, man, I feel bad for him. He seems to find himself just in the middle of other people's messes every race. With the exception of tonight, I'm pretty certain that damage on the right side was him getting in the wall by himself. But at least he's still in the race.
Hey, John, I'm practicing to be a spotter.
A spotter?
Yeah, I'm practicing to be a spotter. Yeah,
do tell.
Come to the pits, man. Come Falkenham. Come to the pits.
In the meantime, Edson's still on track, 4 seconds over Josh Parker. And we do have Tommy Ryan in the pits. Elliot Henderson's in now. Justin Mons is in. We got all kind of guys coming down pit road. Mike Kelly's been in. He's off pit road now. Mike Kelly actually came in on lap 51, and we missed that, but that's okay.
Yeah. And we're closing in on halfway as well.
Edson, our leader, on pit road.
Edson gives up the lead. He will pit. And honestly, that was perfect right there. I mean, we were thinking between 60, 65 laps, we'd start to see these pit stops transition in.
I did my math.
Yeah, Edson Coleman now on the pit lane. And Josh Parker, by the way, is the new leader. The Coca-Cola number 81 machine is there, is, of course, Chad Coleman in third. You just saw a little glimpse of the silver bullet number 06 of Byron Daly in the number 2 spot. We're coming up on halfway next time by. Man, for the most part, John, 2 yellow flags in this race. This race has actually flew by pretty quickly.
It has now. Like, you know, and that's kind of typical of these guys that we've watched now for, what is it, 10 weeks we've been here? More than that, actually, when you count the Winter Series. But you know what? Sometimes the race does start off a little ugly, and that's just these guys getting a feel for what the car will do under race conditions when trying to pass people or get past. You give them 2 or 3 of those crazy little cautions, and eventually we have what we got now, a great green flag run. We've seen lots of passing. We've seen lots of, shuffling back and forth and really good racing. And that's just typical of SIM500. So, folks, what I'm getting at here, my little segue, if you will, if you like what you're watching on the screen here, sim500.com is the place to go. Sign up for a series. They got racing every night of the week except Saturdays right now, and I believe Joey's got something lined up for Saturday night racing. Most of those races are broadcast either through us or some other fellas we won't mention. So, like I said, sim500.com. If you've never been iRacing before, iRacing.com is where you want to go to get that fixed. Am I right? Look at
Bentley Glazer trying to get to the pits. Hold on, don't lock him up. Don't lock him up.
And I think Comstock got in pretty hot. We'll see how long Comstock's on the road because he got in really hot right there.
Might be a section 2 penalty coming up.
Kevin DeBrown
Comstock.
speeding.
Oh, yep, Kevin DeBrown.
Speeding.
Yep.
Anthony Calamtoni speeding. Man, that's how many guys?
They're going to call it on Comstock now, or is he going to get lucky?
Let's see what we got.
13.
There's
left sides are on now. Here he comes. And Jack's coming down. Is he going? No. Nope. He's busted.
That hurts. Man. A lot of guys got speeding penalties tonight. We've had 5 or 6 now, I think.
18.
Yep.
Billy Glazer got busted. Dalton didn't get caught, but so did Bobby Wetzel. See up ahead, top of the screen? He's finally pitting now. These cars that are not moving have already had pit stops, and then they get penalties.
Man. Yeah. They'll be
Welcome to the battle of the people that made mistakes, and as John says, it's getting spicy.
Spicy?
Spicy.
We're going to slap some Tonys on this one and call it a night. Hell yeah.
Slap some.
Hey, they got a spice down here. Normally, most folks down here in Louisiana really like Tony Chachere's season. All right? That's what we call Tony's, right? But there's another one that's quickly making its way into the hearts and minds of most of us, and it's called Slap Your Mama. I'm not even joking.
What about Frank's Red Hot Sauce? I put that on everything.
Sir. No, this stuff is, trust me, it's called Slap Your Mama. Look it up. It's awesome. They'll even ship it to you.
I don't want to slap my mama. I love my mama.
No, but this will make you want to slap your mama. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's why they call it that. Buckingham is making his way now around the 42 car of Stencil.
Stencil's car, yep.
Back there in 5th. I don't think Fuller's pitted yet. Has he? No, he has. Yes, he has. No, wait. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at the right one here. Nope. We got 4 cars still on track. Fuller, Yoakum, and Simber.
Remember Fuller, John? He's the one that hit the wall on the start, leading the race, and smacked the wall on the outside of the front row. And
yes, sir. And he pitted on lap 9. All these guys here, Fuller, Yoakum, England, and Smiley, they all pitted on lap 9. So they're going to be out probably for a few more laps, I'm sure. But, wow, how about those speed penalties? Let's go ahead and recap that real quick. We had DeBrown, Comstock, Glazer, Elliott Henderson, E.J. O'Rourke, Doug Sigmund. All these guys. Wetzel had a bit. I mean, man. A lot of those guys were running up front for a while.
Yellow flag out, lap number 71.
Wow.
And this will change. Well, I don't want to say this changes everything. This is Fuller. It's Fuller. What? The man who was in the top 4. He was waiting to come to the pits. I got to wonder, John, if he was planning to come to the pit lane and spun the car out.
Let's go find out. I'm sure our awesome producer is going to find the replay for us.
This is yellow flag number 3. We'll show you what happened before we go to commercial break. Look at this.
Oh, he was coming on pit road and Coleman got him.
Coleman turned him.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, and that could have been huge with all that traffic behind him. It's amazing that nobody hit him.
Okay, so John, this is what I'm thinking. We can go back and show it maybe one more time. I want to see if we can go on board. Okay, I'm thinking, John, we're going to go to commercial break, but I'm honestly thinking as cars are coming to the pits, if these are cars that needed to pit anyway, you see Yoakum, England coming in. But, John, I really think that Fuller was coming down the apron to commit to come to the pits. and Coleman got into him. England overshoots his pit stall, the 127 Planet Fitness car. And wow, there's a lot more cars pitting than what I thought. We're going to cover those and more when we come back. We're just after halfway. This is the SIM500 NC811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series. iRacing, LSR TV. We're back in a moment.
Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outland, and for the second year in a row, the Community Radio Network is excited to also be the voice of iRacing on LSRTV every Monday and Thursday night with the Northwest Racing Series for Cup and Truck. Join yours truly, Justin Prince and Samuel Dyer, every week as they race towards a championship. We're also on the radio in the Triangle in the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area at 87.5 WCRN and anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. Click play. Check out the coverage, the power of radio to the imagination of the listener, esports style. We are the Community Radio Network, the voice of iRacing on LSR TV. Check it out when you can, and replays are always up too.
If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on nc811.org or the NC811 app.
Welcome back to iRacing on LSR TV coverage. SIM500 Esports Racing League sanctioned NC8 Call Before You Dig Cup Series round 11 from Kansas. Toto and Dorothy have ran for the hills. Third yellow flag of the race just after halfway. And John, this really spices things up a bit.
Yes, sir. And I'm doing maths right now. I'm trying to do some maths right now. If my maths
I love to
correct,
see you counting the fingers in your head.
Yeah, I took my shoes off too, buddy. I took my shoes off too to help. No, if I'm correct, though, by the time we go back to green, we'll have 55 laps left to go in this race. And by my math, that means those folks who are topping off right now.
Some people can go the distance.
Some people can actually go the distance if we go caution-free. That would be the big if right there, if we go caution-free. So we shall see.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's a few guys out there who didn't do this. There's a few guys out there who haven't pitted since lap 66. So, But I'll tell you who can go all the way. Falkingham, Daly, Simley. These names sound vaguely familiar to you? Jimmy Coleman, Tommy Ryan. These are guys that we've seen up racing up front. The only one that's up front right now is Chad Coleman, who pitted on lap 66. He cannot go all the way.
Interesting.
Yes, there's a little drama.
Make sure you keep your fingers and toes intact so we can keep making these numbers count. So, and honestly, no, if we get a call, no, here's the thing: as we get ready for the restart, the lights are off of the pace car, John. It'll be lap 75 when we come back to green flag, working lap 76. Man, I'll say this as they get ready to rev up the speed. We come back to the restart zone. Look at Coleman and Falkingham. Ironically, cars 38-39 alongside of each other as they set sail to turn one. But if we see that, the last, 4 or 5 races, the SIM500 Cup Series has delivered great finishes. Finishes. We can set ourselves up for another one.
And we got a great fight brewing up right here between the 38 of Coleman. You got Daly down there in the 06 trying to take that second spot away from Falkingham, who we know is strong. Falkingham on the outside now. Coleman doesn't know who to slide up in front of. Look at that. Wow.
And look at Daly.
Here we go.
Daly's going to go in the middle. He thought about going 3 wide. He threads the needle. He backed off. No, he doesn't. He pounds the throttle into 2. Sticking it 3 wide in the middle. The brave hot dog between the bun. The silver bullet. Coleman to the inside. left of me, to the left, to the joker on the right of Daniel Falkenham, and the man he's battling for the championship. They work off turn 4.
1 and 2, and the points are 1 and 2 up here on the high side, down low. Caution track.
Caution's out. Boy, it was starting to get good.
God, that was starting to get spicy.
Wow.
Oh, it's Sim.
It's
sorry,
Denzel.
Denzel. Oh my, his personal comfort has been encumbered. Do you see what I did there? I'm sorry.
Caution out. They were sticking it 3 wide for the lead a moment ago. Let's see what happened. O'Rourke and Denzel teammates in that personal
comfort.
comfort
He just got
entry. Oh
loose.
my goodness, he just got loose off a car off the right rear side and turned it into the safer wall barrier in the 3 and 4.
Now, see, if I were racing with these guys, that's what you would have seen me do right there. That's what happened to me every time I drove this car on this track today. It wanted to just snap loose like that, all of a sudden, all by itself. And that's what I mean when I say these guys are some of the best in iRacing. Okay, you saw how hard they were out here racing just now, and look at that. Falkenham scores the leader.
Oh, and by the way, John, if you ever do go to Kansas, yes, they got it right on that billboard over there. Kansas City's Rock Station is 98.9 The Rock. It is awesome.
Hey, you say what you want about iRacing,
I love that
but
station.
they have nailed every track.
Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true.
They really
I mean,
have.
it literally mimics every billboard, every sign, every logo, every wall painting, every line on the racetrack. I mean, it is amazing
and if
the work
something
they
changes, what do? They issue a patch to change the oh, stop the madness,
Our
Cody.
producer says, yeah, 6 years later.
Cody.
10 years later. No. Listen, somebody last night actually was saying, about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and one of the comments was about the scoring pylon. Even though the race was awesome, they were like, yeah, man, that's awesome, but it's the old scoring pylon. So, but here's the thing. In iRacing's defense, John, there is so much work that goes behind doing this stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, seriously.
Man. They had that little YouTube documentary not too long ago about when they were out there to scan the 87 cars before they released them. Yeah, when they to scan those cars, then they scan North Wilkesboro, and I mean all the work. And that's just the physical part of going out to the place or out to the cars or whatever they're trying to scan. But then you get all that data back to the office, and you've got 10, 13 guys trying to get that data into the computer system and get it laid out to a model that we can use in iRacing. I mean, it's amazing to me how far we've come. And as a guy who did 3D modeling and CGI and VFX work for a living for a while, I can tell you it's not easy. And I've left that field behind. It's been a good 10, 15 years, and things have changed so much. But you keep in mind, these guys have been doing this since what, 1994? It's amazing how far we've come with this stuff. But
I didn't know when was iRacing created. I thought it was created.
Well, iRacing came to being in 2008. Well, actually,
it came from Papyrus, didn't it? Didn't it come from the NASCAR game
guys,
on the internet?
Dave Kamer and company out of Boston. They created Papyrus, and NASCAR wasn't their first title. Actually, they did.
I played that game.
They did IndyCar. They had IndyCar sim, and I think a Formula One sim also before the NASCAR games came out. And then in 2002, EA came in and bought a huge license that basically forced Papyrus out of the NASCAR simulation for a little while. 2003 season was their last release, and that's when Dave Kamer dissolved Papyrus and created First, is what it was called. I don't remember, First Racing or something like that, but that was the parent company of what we know as iRacing, okay? And iRacing service first started, I believe, in 2008, or it might have been 2007, I can't remember. But so they've been around since then, as far as
look up Wikipedia. They'll tell you the history of iRacing. Lights are off on the pace car, by the way. Oh, and John, look who's up in the lead again.
I said that 4 laps ago, you turd burglar.
Well, it's 3 wide, might I add, man. Hopefully these guys go right back to the whip again.
Oh, yeah.
3 wide racing.
That's Daly back there. Daly doesn't care.
And that was awesome.
Let me rephrase that. It's not that he doesn't care. It's just he's not intimidated by that 39. Most people are. Most people see Falkenham coming, and they're like, oh, God, here we go again. But Daly's just like, oh, here we go. Let's race, man. I love talking to Byron. he's something else, man.
Getting ready for the restart. Lap number 81 completed when they come back to the wall-painted restart zone. The white wall
So
lines
now
on it made by
everybody
tape.
except for Coleman can make it from here.
I think so, yeah.
And Coleman might be able to, depends on how much gas he saved under this caution. And if we get another
If we go to overtime, though, I think he's going to have to
oh,
pit.
he's going to be in trouble, yeah, for sure. Here we go, Wesley. Break
Ready.
screen, brother.
Race cars in. Here comes the field, 2x2x2. The front 3 cars stuck at 3 wide on the last restart. They're not wasting any time the last go around. This time, Falkingham clears them by at least 3 car lengths. Here comes Kelly, and we got caution. Ferrari is in the grass in the Mountain Dew, or in the Miller Genuine Draft throwback. And the caution out again for the Ferrari Custom Carpentry Camaro. And just as fast as we went to green, we go back to yellow.
I don't know what happened to Trey Edson, the guy who led most of this race, but he is 13 laps down now.
Daniel Falkingham happened.
Wow, something must have happened to Edson that we didn't see somewhere. As we watch the replay of what happened to Frieri here.
All I know is the landscapers are going to be pretty upset.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have some work to do when this is over with. I would love to know what happened to Edson, man. I mean, that's the guy that led the entire first half of the race. He's gone.
Hey, John, do you know what January 31st is?
No, but I bet if we ask Daniel, he'll give us a 10-minute explanation of it in an interview.
What'd you say, Charles? I mean, I know it's a day of the year, you smart aleck. Is it?
Why don't we ask Daniel that during
January 31st? So, oh, you're going ahead and calling his shot like Babe Ruth. You're thinking we're going to talk to him in victory lane?
I'm almost 100% sure of it in either first, second, or third. I know the 2 guys behind him are going to have a lot to say about that, but let's just call a spade here. This kid's almost unbeatable. I'm not going to say he's completely unbeatable.
I got a nickname for him after Dover, and that was the Terminator. I mean, that guy, literally, you could tear him up, whip him up, tear his cars all to hell. Car was completely destroyed. He still come back and ran him down.
I have been sim racing for a very long time. Been watching these races for a very long time, and I have never, ever seen anything like what we saw at Dover, ever. It floored me. I'm not even gonna lie. Made me very glad that I don't race in this series anymore.
Was you mad?
No, I'm not mad. It's depressing. It's what it is that somebody can be that damn good, and it just makes you feel like, why am I even here?
So if you got in that car, John, what would happen to you?
I'd suck.
Yeah,
I can't race.
Would you hit the wall, spin out, crash? What would you do?
All of the above.
All of the above.
I can't race fixed setup racing, man. I've tried. I don't know what happened. Somewhere in the years, I lost the ability to drive a fixed setup race. Because I've got victories in fixed setup races in my early days. I've won trucks, cup, and Xfinity races that were fixed setup. But somewhere in there, John forgot how to drive a fixed setup race. And buddy, guys like Falkingham make me feel very inadequate. Which is why I'm up here in the booth next to you now.
You're a legend in the booth.
I'm a legend in my own mind anyway.
Spicy.
It's spicy.
Hey, I gotta ask you, that Flaming Fire logo, is that your business logo, or did you used to make hot sauce or something, or what?
No, that's just my business logo. You talking about my Raging Cajun?
Yeah, Raging Cajun.
Chili pepper. Well, it started off as just my personal mascot from my gaming channel, but he became very popular with people that I painted cars for, and they're like, "Hey, dude, I don't care what you put on my car, but make sure the chili's on there somewhere." Hold your breath there, Cody. I'll get the check in the mail tomorrow, buddy.
There you go.
Well, let's recap real quick. Who is on the lead lap? We got
It's Falkingham. He's leading.
We got 26 cars in the lead lap. Some names that were leading or in the lead battle for a while there. Comstock, he's a lap down because of the pit stop penalty that he incurred. Let's see. EJ O'Rourke, he's a couple laps down now. Also a pit stop penalty. Trey Edson, not entirely sure what happened to Trey, but he led the first half of the race, and now he's gone. He has parked his car and left the track. Man, we had some fast guys in that list, man. Now, who's up front? Well, gee, who is this guy up in first place, Wesley?
That's Daniel Falkenham, the January 31st, the Terminator.
That's him.
And he is looking for another win. And what would this be? His 5th win this year? 3 in a row?
Well, it'll be his fourth win. Let me see. Hold on. He's already got 3.
It's his
so this will
fourth
be his
win. Fourth win, 3 in a row.
Yeah. But hey, we're giving him a little too early. We still have
we still have at least under 45 laps to go.
45 laps to go. A lot can happen in 45 laps. We saw Daly up in there, took it 3 wide intentionally, I might add. So we know he's going to have his hands full with at least 2 or 3 cars here.
And Kelly's having a good night tonight, too, with that number 2 car. We're ready for the field to make their way. Falkenham all up under the back end of the pace car. Be nice to the pace car driver as we get ready to come back to the restart zone. Somewhere on that wall is a line. You see it right there. See, there's not even a restart zone. Yep. There we go. Back to it again on the wreck.
They're wrecking.
Trouble. That's John Parker. That's Parker turned into the pack. And I believe it was Coleman also. Jimmy Coleman, Josh Parker, Ryan, Bentley Glazer on a restart. What is this, John? The 3rd time now we've seen cautions on the restart?
Yeah.
Wow. Daytona pole winner, Josh Parker.
He
causes it again.
Watch the restart right here. I called it. Watch for spinning tires on this restart. And nobody's going to give you any room. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
Wow, did you see Kevin England get sandwiched? Oh, my God. Wow.
And Glazer wasn't really involved. He just stopped. Good call for Glazer in the 18. He didn't get into it. He just stopped so he wouldn't get into it. But, man, what a hit, man. That's a lot of damage.
Well, there's Josh Parker. Here's the things, John. All the while we're getting these caution flags, this is doing nothing but letting these drivers that could possibly go the distance save fuel.
That's it. And I think this is going to help Coleman out the most right here. This is the 2nd or 3rd caution we've had since he pitted last.
No, Jimmy Coleman was called up in it.
No, I'm talking about Chad Coleman, 38 car.
Chad Coleman, okay, yeah. There you go. You call back up
lap 66. So this is helping him. I don't know if it's going to help him enough to get him to the end of this race, but it's definitely helping him.
Let's take a look at the race summary so far as we approach lap number 90 of this race with caution information on the bottom left of your broadcast monitor. There it is here in Kansas. 6 cautions, 18 caution laps total, only 7 lead changes to match the 7 viewers. And John, it's for the last couple of restarts. For the last couple of restarts, we have seen calamity here.
Yes, we have. Hey, look who's in the chats. Bob Gillenwater. Bob usually races this series. I guess he took the night off tonight.
I finally found out what Gillen H2O meant. H2O, yeah. Gillenwater, yeah. He does say, yeah, we can see how many are watching. LOL. Yes.
It said that it. Never mind.
It said what?
I'm seeing things. I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating. Well, folks, we are 40 laps away, 41 laps away, I should say, from the finish of this race. And Wesley, I'm going to venture to ask you a question, my friend.
Oh no, don't do that.
Who's your pick to win the race?
My pick to win, Daniel Falkenham. That is all.
You know what? I'm gonna be a smart aleck here, and I'm picking Byron Daly. I'm picking Byron
really?
Daly. I'm going with the silver bull. I'm gonna tell you why. He's got a fire in his belly to win one of these races, man. Okay, he's up there second in points. He's 21 points behind Falkenham. He needs to win a couple more races here. Also, he's moved up 24 spots, so I know that he can get around people on this track. I know he knows how to pass on this track. And thirdly, we know he's got the cojones to stick it 3 wide and he don't care.
Who's plugging the internet? What's happening now? I'm like Ron Burgundy, okay? If it's on the projector, if you say it in my ear, I'm probably going to say it. All right? I'm sorry. You stay classy, Kansas City.
Stay classy, Kansas City.
Hey.
Lights are
Anyhow,
off on the
and by the way, we got storms where I'm at. The weather is like really, really bad here, John. So,
well, I'll be praying for you, partner, because we've been down that road here in Lafayette the last couple of weeks. We've had some nasty ones ourselves. So, hey, the lightning, you don't want to go to the lightning. You want to go away from the lightning, okay?
all I know is if it starts flickering power, I'm shutting my stuff down, man, because I can't. I mean, wow.
Well, at least let me know before you leave.
I will let you know.
I'll get my cat. She's sitting over here in my seat, and she'll be the side.
Oh, you are just.
Wow. Y'all, I wish you could hear what our producer's saying in our ears because he's throwing some zingers.
We're definitely not from last night for sure. Here we go. Buckingham and Coleman alongside. Probably the drivers with the most wins of anybody. You think of Coleman, he's got an awesome resume here for SIM500. Byron Daly, second of the point standings, hanging right there with Falkenham. Kelly there to fourth. And we get ready to come back to the restart zone. It will be 91 laps completed, working lap number 92. John, here they come. We're back underway. Green flag in Kansas.
Green flag is out. Falkenham to a nice jump out there. And I tell you what, Coleman cleared Daly really fast right there. I was surprised by that. I wonder if Daly's going to maybe lay back a little. Ooh, wow, look at that wiggle on Coleman. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. A little wiggle and a jiggle and a giggle and a bobble. And he still holds on to P2.
Yes,
Daly up the hill.
I can't repeat what goes through my mind when you say that, but yeah.
Buckingham, the leader. Daly trying to come after him. They're also going past lap cars, by the way, as Coleman's under attack for Daly for P2 out of the corner. There's that lap car that was in the way to 3 wide.
Yeah, that caused Coleman to have to shift his line up a little higher than he wanted to, a little quicker than he wanted to. Caused a pretty big wiggle out of the back end of that car. He is able to keep it under control, though, but what that's going to do is that's going to allow Daly to build up a head of steam on the outside and probably get by him. We got a car in the wall. It looks like the 99 of Tommy Ryan has gotten in the wall just a little bit there and lost a lot of momentum. Let a lot of cars get by him here on the inside.
Look at him trying to get 3 wide, 3 wide. They hold it up together. Ryan up on the outside lane. Glazer is there. Rivera. Whoa! What a save by Dalton. He was dirt tracking it off the corner there in the 19.
When the guys behind you can see the number on your door, that makes everybody nervous.
Whoa!
Look at the Brown out of shape.
The Brown in
Still out
trouble.
of shape.
Holds on. Saves it. It's gonna. Oh, he avoided pit road. And we stay green, but man, he just went from the pit house to the outhouse by cutting the grass.
And a lot of damage on the right front. I can't help but wonder if maybe he didn't get in the wall somewhere. But you're right, we keep it green, and he is just going to lose so much time now. I feel so bad for Kevin. We were really hyping him up earlier in the race, man. But in the meantime, up front, look at this Daly all over the back door of Daniel Falkenham. Here comes Coleman down from the outside to the inside to the outside. Look at this fight we've got shaping up for the lead, Wesley.
You know what's so cool for the Silver Bullet of Byron Daly? No sponsors on that car. It is a solid silver race car with just the numbers on that Camaro. And then you've got the man that's the top tier racer of Daniel Falkenham. We're still trying to figure out what January 31st is and everything else on the decals of that car on the wrap job of the 39. And he has been able to hang with Falkenham race after race after race as we are about to approach a century grind here in Kansas.
I'm telling you, man, this is amazing how hard he's able to drive this thing into the corner. Look at that. Gets right up to the bumper of Falkenham. He's trying to pack the air, and what that does, that makes that car in front of him loose, but it's just not working right now. In the meantime, Coleman, he's trying to figure out how he's going to get back up here and fight for the lead. Now that Daly took his spot away. Look at this. Daly down to the inside
3 wide.
now.
Here we go again. They did it earlier. They're going to do it again. They're 3 wide as they work their way through the tri-oval. Byron Daly now, the clown in the middle.
3 wide, going down into turn 1. Will it work? Will it stick? We're going to find out. Look at this. Buckingham on the outside. Daly in the middle. Coleman down low. Coleman looks to be clearing these guys, and as I say that, no, they speed back by on the outside.
Boy. Oh, my goodness, John. Do you see the air, the turbulence of the draft?
Yes.
Working their way around the corner. They had to back off. They had to pull away. Open the door to the inside. Daly's all over Falkenham. He's not letting him get away.
In the meantime, Coleman says, thank you, fellas. I'll take the lead now. And he checks out just for a little bit there. But what that did, all that fighting, let Gonzalez, Kelly, and Woods catch up to these guys. So now we've got 5 or 6 cars making their way up here. Look at this. Gonzalez is going to move his way up, trying to fight with Daly here on the outside. Daly's still trying to figure out how he's going to around Falkenham.
Back straightaway, third turn. Daly up the hill. Falkenham up on the outside. Here comes, by the way, Macho Taco. Jose Gonzalez. Put some hot sauce on him. It's getting spicy for 26. He's in the top 4.
How many freaking taco references can our man make in one sentence? Wow, what a fight going on. Ole! I tell you what, that 3 wide run right there, that was some of the most exciting we've had in this race with these 3. And that's not the first time they've done it. They did it before the caution flag came out as well. But I tell you what, look at this. Coleman has kind of checked out now. He's really, building a lead right here over these 2. Amazing what clean air will do for this car.
And we're working now lap 100.
That time by, Falkenham had the fastest lap by about a 10th.
Yes, sir. We are 100 laps into this race, closing in on 30 to go. So Coleman has got the lead. Falkenham in second. Byron Daly right on him in the 3rd spot. He's right behind him. One wrong slip by Falkenham, and he will capitalize just like that. Here comes the opportunity. He couldn't clear him, and he literally gave way. That could have been a perfect chance there, John Mustian, to give him a bump, and he didn't do it.
That car, you saw it wiggle as he was getting up to the back end of Falkenham. So at that point, Daly's got to try to decide, do I want to try and control this car on exit, or am I going to let it see how far I can slide before I lose it? He made the wise choice.
Great analogy.
He got out of the throttle, let the car settle in a little bit. Here's another little bit of food for thought for you, Wesley. The guy that's leading this race right now, Chad Coleman, last in the pits on lap 66.
There you go.
Almost 40 laps ago. Now, we've calculated they have between 55 to 58 laps on fuel under green flag conditions. Now, we have, of course, had 2 cautions in that time since he last pitted. Was it enough to get him to the end of this race?
And here's the thing as well, John. Coleman is now the leader, so he is the man that's leading the pack.
Yes, sir.
He is using up more fuel consumption by being the lead car and trying to set the pace. As right now he's got about a half a second interval over Falkenham, while everyone else behind him can kind of save or throttle back and use the fuel strategy to help them down the stretch. So that's something we've got to keep an eye on for Chad Coleman in the 38 car.
Absolutely, I couldn't have said it better. And I'm pulling for Chad, man. It would be nice to see somebody else, win one of these races. No offense, Daniel, love you, brother, but it's going to be.
Bravo! One car down in the infield grass. One car spun into the infield grass. Oh, look, it's Robert Ferrari the 3rd again, and he messes up more lawn care. More work for the landscapers for the next go around, and he still keeps on going. No caution.
And I tell you what, I don't know if Coleman's happy for that or not. I don't know if he wants the caution to come out right now or not. But let's give a shout out to Joey Jatina. Joey is in 15th right now, up 14 spots from where he started, 13 spots, excuse me. So Joey's kind of making a little bit of a rebound here. He had his right side damaged pretty badly earlier in this race. And we see him trying to make the pass of a 49 car of Justin Mons. That's for 15th.
Here we go. Closing in on 25 to go. There's Joey Jatina. Joey Jatina, Turner Supply, number 14 from Alabama. The Ford Mons there. Justin Mons had some problems earlier. He's fought his way back into the top 15. Look at this 3-car battle. Here we go. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. He's growling at him as they work off turn 2.
Oh, a little bit of pressure on the wall, but he doesn't get out of the gas. That's the thing about Falkham. He does not get out of the gas.
Here he comes.
Oh, my goodness. Shoots down the inside now on Chad Coleman. Coleman back to the outside. He'll clear him.
You think of Coleman. You think of what he's going to do. Is he going to respond? Byron Daly there. He's trying to get up in that fight as well. Top 3, single
Coleman
foul.
trying to save gas. Oh.
Yeah, look at him. Oh, wow. Inside, outside. Coleman back to the bottom. He gets the run on Falkenham. Falkenham up the hill out of 2. They are going to drift up in front of each other.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, Coleman had to get on the binders that time. And he slithers his way in front of Byron Daly. Powers down to the inside. He comes after Falkenham again out of 4.
He is not trying to save gas at all. He's trying to take his lead back. He's going to slide up a little bit, come back down. Look at this. Wow. Falkenham slams the door on him, going down all the way to the inside of the trioval right there. Chad's going to back off just a little bit right here, go down to the inside. In the meantime, back there behind them, the 06, the Silver Bullet, Byron Daly watching all this go down right now, trying to pick and choose who he runs with.
Are you serious? Unbelievable. What a move.
Look at Coleman. I tell you what, he's no concern right now about fuel. He just wants to get up there and lead. So I think that maybe he thinks in his mind that he can go all the way.
Next time around, it's 20 to go.
Whoa! Look at this view from on board with Byron Daly. 3 wide.
3 wide. They've done it again.
Been here before.
Third time's a charm. It's getting spicy in Kansas.
Spicy-er. Spicy-er. It's been spicy.
Spiciest, if you will. Yes, sir. Coleman on the bottom. Here comes Falkenham up top side. Byron Daly will follow. There's lap cars in the way.
Oh,
and
Daly
now
will loose.
As they approach the start-finish line. Oh, look at the bonsai below the apron. 20 to go at Kansas. They're in turn 1.
Wow, Falkenham diving down all the way to the inside of that trial. Every time, it's like he's daring Coleman to hit him.
It's like they're literally playing tag, you're it, with 3,400-pound machines.
At 180 miles an hour.
You're exactly right.
My goodness. I mean, I'm telling you, I was watching the speeds earlier. They're hitting almost 185 as they cross the start-finish line right here.
Working cross-start-finish. It's now 19 to go. Look at this lap car. They're closing in on him. Falkenham is trying to scamper away from this battle. All the while, Chad Coleman reels him back in like a post popper fishing lure. Here he comes. In the wow, did you see that? He drifted up in front of Daly.
Daly did not appreciate that, and I can't help but wonder if maybe he didn't brush the wall a little bit because he lost a lot of momentum right there. As we got Daly down to the inside of him, he clears him, slides up in front of him right here for second. Will Coleman make a fight back? He's going to try to get down the inside, maybe not.
18 to go. John, we're thinking of something else. We're talking about trying to strategize in fuel. Tires. What about tires? This
tires are
hard
out the
racing,
window.
you're using your tires up, brother.
They don't even care at this point. I can see it now, but look at this. We've been watching these three. Look who snuck into the picture back here. Mr. Macklin, our pole sitter, spun out on lap 1 all the way to the back, has moved his way back up to 4th place, and while these top 3 were fighting with each other, he has reeled them all in. It could be a 4-way fight for the lead here before long. 17
to go. It's Falkenham leading the way. Falkenham, Daly, Coleman. It's like Funky Cole Medina, except it's Falkenham, Daly, Coleman. Down the back straightaway. Look at Macklin, by the way, the Daytona winner. John, he's been kind of quiet since winning Daytona. Look at him up now in this battle.
Well, I wouldn't say he's been quiet. He's just having drama. Yeah, I mean, I would say that winning the pole and spinning out on lap 1 coming out of turn 2 would be drama, you know, and he's overcome it. I mean, he's worked his way all the way up to the field, dodged all the wrecks and craziness we've had in the middle of the pack and back, and now he's chased these top 4 down. And I think, if I'm looking at timing right, he actually had, well, no, he didn't, but he's had some really fast laps, obviously, to catch up with these 3. Last time by, though, Falkenham did run the fast lap. He ran a 31, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong column. He ran a 32.11, and Macklin ran a 32.11 as well. So Macklin's matching times with these guys right now. 15 to go. He's running out of time though. If he's gonna make some moves, he's got to make them now.
Yeah, he better do it. He better do it now. To the back straightaway. It's Falkingham. Falkingham, Daly, Coleman. 1, 2, and 3. Up the racetrack. The leader, Falkingham, looking for his 4th win of the season on SIM500 Cup. And his 3rd in a row. It's hockey. Hey, it's hockey season, John. Hat trick.
Hat trick. Oh, God.
Hashtag we love hockey.
I think he plays hockey too. Ask him. I'm telling you, this kid.
Daniel Falkingham plays hockey?
I think he does. I'm not sure. I think he said something about that a while back when he first started racing with us. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he plays hockey too.
Another solid
I used
run,
to play
by
hockey.
the way. Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Rivera, by the way. Got to give props to him. And how about Joey Gentina as well, John? Up in the
Joey's
top
at the
10.
Yes, sir. He's worked his way back up to a top 10 run, which is fantastic for Joey. He's needed some good luck. He's had bad luck so far this season, been caught up in all kind of messes that weren't his doing. I'm glad to see him get a good top 10 run here.
He heard me talking smack earlier.
He must have. He must have heard us earlier, and he's like, oh, I'm going to show these guys. I'll show them.
Gentina, also Rivera, having a good time tonight as well.
Yes.
Beasley in the throwback 28. Texaco Haviland car. And they're coming to a dozen laps remaining. And if you don't know what a dozen is, it's 12.
Unless it's a
12-pack of
baker's
soda,
dozen.
12-pack of eggs. Baker's dozen's 13.
Yeah.
12 to go. 11 to go. There we go.
Oh, that number 13. I'm not a fan of that number.
Hey, and John, next week, bud, we're going to, is it Texas?
Tejas.
Yes.
Texas is one of my favorite tracks. It really is. But no, these guys are actually going to be running a all-star race.
That's right. They're at Charlotte.
Yeah, they're going to be at Charlotte. Then they're off for Memorial Day weekend, and then after that, they come back to Worldwide Technology Raceway. We used to know it as Gateway, by the way. I didn't know they had renamed it.
They try to mimic the NASCAR Cup schedule, and obviously Kansas, NASCAR was at Kansas yesterday. NASCAR will be at Texas this weekend for the All-Star race. The SIM500 series will not see Texas until October the 3rd.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But Charlotte is 2 weeks coming up as well. So that's the race that they're doing, John. They're taking off from Memorial Day.
Yes, they are. And tell you, oh wow, look at Mons moving really fast up in the field right now.
I'd rather go to Charlotte anyway. 10 to go.
Yeah, definitely. Charlotte's so much more fun at night. It really is.
And tonight, America's Home for Racing hosts the in Northwest Cup Series. Justin Prince and myself will be on the call. That is about 1 hour from
Justin
now.
recovered from last night yet?
We'll have to check on him. We'll have to check on him and see, man. Dude, that was awesome, man. I'm telling you, that was a 5. We literally were in the broadcast chair for 6 hours, 5 hours on the air. It was just an awesome time. It was a great race. 4.5 hours, yes, for the race, but you're in production for an hour.
So we have a race going on here, and we got guys trying to deal with damaged race cars that are laps down. We got Gonzalez here trying to hold off the 28 car of Doy Woods. Where did Doy come from? My goodness, he snuck up on us. He hasn't been in the top 10 all night. Look, he's having a great
the voice
run.
of God just came out of nowhere in my ear again. 8 to go.
And I hate to say this, but it looks like it's calmed down up front. It looks to me like maybe they wore their tires
John,
out. Like
I think they wore their tires out, man. I told you.
I think you said that, and I think you're right, because they've really calmed down a lot. Falkhand's out to about a 2/10 lead over Daly. Coleman's sitting back there in 3rd, and Macklin's actually falling back a little bit from those top 3, but he's still riding right there in 4th. Gonzalez is your 5th place driver. We're looking at him right now on screen, and he's got his hands full with Woods back there.
7 laps to go. Laps are winding down.
Last time by, Byron Daly ran the fastest lap of those guys up front, 32.06 to the 32.11 of Falkingham and a 32.27 of Chad Coleman in the back there. So he was 2/10 faster. Macklin ran a 32.09, so he's pretty fast right now too. Of course, Macklin didn't quite burn his tires up fighting with those guys like they did, fight with each other earlier. So
And John, here's the thing, my friend, as we close in to this finish.
Look at this. The lap car slowed
yeah.
up Falkingham.
Yeah, Falkingham got bunched in by that lap car, the number 3 there, in the way. But I was going to say this, John, as we come to the finish with 5 laps to go this time by, as they finally cleared Ryan the lap car, 20 cars in the lead lap now. Even though it looks like, and it's not over yet, because Byron Daly might have something for Falkingham. If whatever happens, 1 and 2, Falkingham Daly, if they're finished 1-2, 2-1, whatever, another good points day for Byron Daly. As you got to remember, it is those 2 drivers that are battling for the series championship right now, and they're right now 1 and 2 on the racetrack.
Absolutely, and I mean, Daly, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. He needs to keep Falkingham in sight, both on the track and in the point standing. Right now, there's a 21-point difference between Falkingham and Daly in the points. And so this is exactly what Byron Daly needs to do. He just needs to keep him in sight, have good races, and whoa, we got a little contact right there with that. I can't even tell who that is in that 811 car. Who was that?
I think that was Yoakum. I think that was Yoakum in the 8 car. Yeah, he just went a lap down.
Wow, Yoakum.
3 laps to go through the tri-oval. It's like
3 laps to go, and I think you were right, man. I think Daly just burned his tires up with all that, racing they did earlier. And I mean, look at Coleman and Macklin; they've both fallen back too, over a second and a half from these 2 right here. And I think the only reason Daly was able to catch up to Falkingham that last couple laps ago was because of the lap car. It looks like Daniel has really stepped his pace up here.
Yeah, John, that escalated quickly.
It did,
and then it de-escalated. It's gone. 2 to go. 2 remaining. Do not be Ron Burgundy. Do not listen to the guy in your ear. 2 remaining. Falkingham is the leader. Daly is in second. Macklin, Coleman, Gonzalez. Hey, how about Spicy Taco?
I think Coleman.
He's in the top 5.
Is Coleman running out of gas?
Maybe. Could he? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Remember, we talked about him.
I don't know. Macklin got by him.
Fuel. CRN 1 to go, though. This is it. Last lap, though, John. 1 to go in turn 1. Final time.
Has a commanding lead on his final lap, Wesley.
Falkingham, another win. Somebody got to put a bounty on this guy. I said that, but I don't mean paper towels. Down the back straightaway into that 3rd turn. John, I'll let you call the finish. It's Daniel Falkingham looking now for his 4th win and his 3rd hat-trick victory here out of turn 4.
Off of turn 4 for the final time with Byron Daly just a couple car lengths behind him. Here's Daniel Falkingham, 4th win on the season, 3rd one in a row. Folks, he's unstoppable. 39 car January 31st Chevy ZL1 of Daniel Falkingham's your winner, followed by Byron Daly, Chad Coleman, Brian Macklin, and Jose Gonzalez. Your 5th place car. Wesley, are we going to give these guys a full field rundown or what?
What's that song by Mia? I think it's called Mia. I'm unstoppable.
What's a Mia?
I'm unstoppable. I'm a race car with no. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm unstoppable today. No, not Mamma Mia. I don't mean pizza. I'm not.
Oh, pizza sounds good.
Oh, it does. It's spicy.
It's good. There's a
big win for Daniel Falkingham. He gets it done again. 3 weeks in a row.
Our producer is tired of the Falkingham show.
By the way, there will be no post-race coverage. There will be no interviews because it'll be the same.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Let's take a look at the results. They're wanting us to get off there, which, by the way, John, it is lightning pretty.
Yeah, let's hurry this up because you're about out of luck here.
Falkingham is the winner. Daly in second, Coleman 3rd, Macklin, Gonzalez, Woods, Ryan Kelly, Dalton Jatina, top 10. Good solid run for Joey Jatina. Then the rest of the rundown is going to be, of course, the drivers of Rivera, Coleman, Simley, Beasley, Mons, Livingston, Woods, Brown, Ferrari. 19 cars on the lead lap. After the lawnmower man, Ferrari went through the yard a couple of times in the infield grass, John. Randy Yoakum 1 lap down in the top 20.
21st, Jeff Ryan. 22nd, David Comstock. Josh Parker, 23rd. Kevin England, 24th. E.J. O'Rourke, 25th. Jose Medina, 26th. Doug Sidman, 3 laps down. 27th, Bentley Glazer. Bad luck for him tonight. 15 laps down. 28th, Elliott Henderson, 29th. And Ron Holyfield in the 1 car, 30th place. 31st place, 42 laps down. Justin Fuller had some bad luck tonight. Big crash. Scott Stensland, the 42, 32nd. Trey Edson led all the race until 64 laps and then just disappeared. He comes home 33rd. Bobby Wetzel, 34th. Anthony M. Calantoni, 35th. John Fowler, 36th. And did not start the race tonight, Eric Arnold in the 31 car.
And, of course, that is the unofficial results. Final look at the race summary and caution information of this event as it concludes. There it is, 6 cautions total, 22 caution laps, and 9 lead changes in this event. When we come back, finish line, post-race, wrap up, we'll grab a word again with Daniel Falkenham as he wins again. 4th win this year, 3 in a row at Kansas Speedway. Stick around. This is iRacing on LSRTV, the SIM500 NC81 Call Before You Dig Cup Series. All right, welcome back to the LSRTV, the iRacing coverage of the SIM500 Cup Series. Of course, Wesley Allen, John Mustin Jr. here. We're going to go off the air real quickly because we got weather in the area where I'm at right now, and I want to probably cut everything off. But we're going to go to 3rd place man by driver, Chad Coleman. Chad, 3rd place. I thought maybe you were running out of fuel there. Awesome battles between you guys, but it is Daniel Falkenham who wins again. Your take of being on the podium.
It's a good race after a bad qualifying effort, but yeah, it was a good race. Ran basically as hard as we could right there to try to hold on, and tires gave up a little bit on us with the lower fuel that I had right there, and that was pretty much the gist.
Chad Mustin, man, how close were you on fuel? Because by my math, you should have run out about 2 laps before the end of the race.
Oh, no, I was good on fuel. I had probably about 6-8 laps or 4 or 5 gallons of fuel left of me.
That's that.
All right, man. Well, Chad, we're going to let you go, brother. Thank your sponsors real quick.
Yeah, Tap Out Tuning, Cadillac V Performance, and Michael Sharp Racing.
There you go. That was Chad Coleman. He'll finish in the number 3 position, runner-up in this race. Again, another good points day. Still looking for that win, though. Byron Daly in the car number 06. Byron, the Silver Bullet. You're taking this race, and you being a part of this 3-wide battle. And amongst the battling here, you finish 2nd, and you still stay within the crosshairs of Falkenham in the championship run.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I felt like I had a better set of tires there, and I just I couldn't do anything, man. It kind of sucked. I was sitting there the whole time like that 3-wide move was the only chance, and just couldn't get it done. So sucks to suck.
Well, look, man, you look great out there. I mean, you had a really great run there. Back to front kind of thing going on. Towards the end there, how bad did your tires give up on you?
You know, I heard him a bit trying to make the move there. It didn't help me at all. The dirty air was really hard to contend with, and I really should have tried to save some and try something at the end, but I tried to get it at the front half of the run and screwed it up. So it's part of it. You got to pick which side you're going to attack on, and I tried the early side and screwed it up.
All right, Byron, last question, man. Thank those sponsors. We'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Yeah, blank car. So, yeah, just you guys broadcasting. Dave Lanza, let me in this deal. And, yeah, we'll go get it next time in Charlotte.
Silver Bullet 06, Byron Daly finishes in the number 2 spot. This driver will now pick up his 4th win this year. A champion and now a hat trick of 3 wins in a row. Daniel Falkenham, I really don't know what else to say to you. I understand you like hockey. You play hockey?
I don't play hockey. I don't even watch hockey.
Okay. See, John, you made me look bad.
I did.
Daniel, congratulations, though, man. Awesome performance. Another great win. You had problems in qualifying, battling between you and Coleman and Daly, 3 wide. How exciting was that, the 3 or 4 times you guys locked up?
Oh, yeah, it was great. It's great when you can race guy that you can trust and race on all of us together. Just racing together for a long time and just talking strategy with each other and just putting on a good show like that. It was great. It definitely made my job a little bit harder because Byron was just pulling me back with the side draft there, and Coleman was able to get it free there. But we were able to get back by him. I was surprised he wasn't able to run the top, because if he would run the top in front of me, he would have won the race, because it's clean air is so important. But anyways, we got the dub. Yeah, like I said, we struggled in the qualifying, decided to pound the inside wall, and we had to come up through the field a little bit, but thankfully strategy worked out for us. Clean air worked out for us, and we were able to bring home another win, which it was 3 in a row. It would have been 3 in a row if we didn't crash at Dover, but hey, maybe we can make it 3 in a row next week.
Well, Daniel, man, real quick, tell us what January 31st is about.
Yeah, so I've got to know what this deal really is. I'm still learning it day by day. It's about cystic fibrosis, where there's a lot of people where there's not really a cure for it, but if you go to January31st.com, you can go there and make a donation, and every donation is really helpful, where it goes towards like a donation fund to help maybe find a cure for cystic fibrosis, or it's actually helped a cure with lung transplants and stuff. So if you want to go check out January31st.com, you want to go make a donation there, go check it out. It's really cool. I'm glad I got to know them at the start of the year, and I feel really glad to represent those guys.
All right, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the race, the driver, the number 39 in the January 31st entry, Chevrolet. Of course, another win for Daniel Falkenham. That's going to wrap up our coverage here.
Excuse me, Wesley. Can I thank my other sponsors quickly? If you don't mind?
Go ahead, brother. Yes, please.
I want to thank January 31st, First for Bay Lobster 207 as well. Thank you guys for the broadcast. Thanks everyone at SIM500 who runs the show. Thanks to NC811 for all they did for the series. Everyone who races each every week. Everyone at Team Name, Chad, David, Byron, Beasley, Kevin, Doy, Josh, and everyone else over there. Everyone at North Force Racing, Preston Gilson, the whole crew over there. Tyler Gary, Parker White, Dana Buffutko, Dylan Basin, David Shieldhouse, Colton Salek, all those guys having a great race road pro. We started work on Charlotte today. We got a big race coming up in a week and a half. And looking forward to end round 1 on a high note and go to round 2 to try and make our way into the Coke Series at the end of the year. So thanks to all the guys over there for letting me come do this. Thanks to all the fans who watch each every week. Thanks to Cosman, Flash Go Graphics for paying up my car. And thanks to friends and family for all their support they give me each and every week.
Well, there you go. There's the thoughts of Daniel Falkenham. And Daniel, wasn't trying to let you forget your sponsors, buddy. We just got weather in the area where I'm at.
It's all good.
Trying to get off to save my equipment here. So when it's all said and done, another win for Daniel Falkenham. John, your final take on everything. We get ready now for the big all-star race, that big show Daniel just mentioned, next Monday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
This race was exactly what we thought it was going to be. Exciting, a little bit of drama in the middle of it there, and yet another win from Falkenham. I'm looking forward to the All-Star race.
And when it all is said and done, Daniel Falkenham picking up the victory. As always, follow us at iRacing on LSRTV, LiveSimRacingTV.com, at LSRTV, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, the Sim500 Esports League, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, again, at Sim500.com. For Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, Rocket Media, for John Muschin, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations again and again and again. Daniel Falkenham winning here at Kansas Speedway.